a little bit special is they have established in 2001 a 2008 Project Construction Management Office to specially focus on the construction of big venues related facilities. So in that case, the different agencies or organs under Beijing municipal government have their own representative in this management office. So a lot of negotiations can be done just at site. So what I'd like to also highlight, there are two things. In this preparation, the public sector, central government and local government has a very dominant role to ensure the whole development will become successful. But it doesn't mean that private sector didn't come in. So you need the expertise of the private sector, even in terms of advertising, city marketing. And also in the construction phase, you also need them to bring in really the high technology in terms of building materials, construction methods, and so on. So a lot of environmental innovations has also been brought in by global architects and by the private construction companies. There is a limited social involvement in this whole process, not so much in the real decision-making process, decision-making moment, but it's really about, in 2001, when they want to have an Olympic action plan, they have a public consultation phase. In this phase, the public, just the citizens, can have their own words in this plan. So after this phase, the consultation phase, the Olympic action plan becomes the final document. So that's the phase they have their words in the preparation, but it's not so much in the decision making. So I think I will go a bit quickly to this urban development strategy. So I think one most impressive one I have, if I compare with other developments, that is Beijing has tried to make use of the Olympic Action Plan to be the base for development of the Olympic venues and its related facilities. And it is much to integrate with the whole master plan of Beijing, as well as the 10th five-year action plan of the whole city. So this 5-year plan is not only about a master plan, it's also about economic development, social development, education, and so on. So in that case, it's quite much highly integrated with the master plan. So one of the key issues is, because of this preparation, and most of the important polluted sources, like the Bao steel factory, has been expelled from the city center. They even moved to another province. So this is only one of the many examples that most of the heavy industrial sector, they move out of the Beijing city center towards the suburb or towards other province. So that's the first thing they have done. This has quite big consequences towards the economic structure. Before, it was quite much dependent on the industrial sector. So that's a big pillar. And now, after that, in 2008, Beijing is the first city to become a service sector dominated city. That is 75%. They don't even have Shanghai have a high percentage. Another thing I think you can see also later on is very comprehensive public transportation system, especially in terms of metro system and airport extension. I will show you later on this. And the third strategy is very much to do with the development of the new urban sub-center, especially in the north part of Beijing. to build not only this iconic sport venue, facilities for exhibition, for conference, for office, but also an Olympic village that was pre-designed to become a commercial high-standard residential area in the future. So, and further on, there are also some very important environment innovations they have involved in terms of buildings, in terms of the building principles, with all kinds of innovation in terms of energy saving, water recycling. So I think that was a very highly principled thing. I want to show you now a little bit more in detail. If you look at the right figure, you can see that most of the venues, that is 12 new stadium, 11 existing one that has been renovated for the Olympic use, and 8 temporary venues. Most of them are concentrated in the north part of Beijing. But that was actually not really an urban planning idea, but it's quite much a political calculation. If you think of using the urban development, using Olympic as a catalyst for urban regeneration, then most people will say the south part, because that's the weaker part. That's the part where Beijing has a lot of problems, and we see have bad function, that's what we say. But if we want to redevelop this area, we need a lot of guts. We need a lot of bravery to really, for all kind of development, relocation, all kind of things that may cause conflict. So Beijing has, because of this, has intentionally choose the north part. And there's also some good issue there, because 1990s Asian game was hosted also in that part, and there was some venue that's still in use until now. So that is one particular location they have selected. And the north part has also its advantage. It has better facilities, it has better office buildings, it has better residential areas that has very little trouble. And if you look at this part, it's more the university area, that also where they choose the location for the new venues, so they can allow the postal use of the venue and open it to all university students. So in order to guarantee that there is a postal use of all these venues. If you look at the left part, that is more about this very small red circle, a red line circled area. So you see the most two important iconic buildings there, the bird nest and the water cubic, and quite a big area is covered by the Olympic Park. So it's less difficult, I would say, because you only need to move several villages away. That's about several thousands of inhabitants. But if you want to develop the south part, which will have definitely a big impact on the whole city, but you need to move hundreds of thousands of inhabitants. So I think probably for Barcelona that is a better case, but Beijing they are going to do that. So some of the new stadium has been built with two extremely expensive buildings. We have the two on the top, the bird net and the water cubic. Infrastructure development. So what I just want to highlight, they have built in the 8 years or 7 years of preparation, 150 kilometers long metro lines. That is quite much. I used to have to take this 1 and 2, but the rest are completely new in the last years. And the other one is the terminal that hope that they can